they had me. So this is the reason, because whatever I am, just because of them. If my husband is alive, if he is with me, so because of them. So I can say I'm still in debt, and no matter how much things I'm going to give them, still I'll be only debt. So especially being a daughter-in-law, and more than that, being a human, it becomes my responsibility to give some time to my husband's family, as well as I already told you that now my sister.
No, not everyone was speaking. Only I was very enthusiastic to speak, very excited.
I think this is the
Everyone was,
reality. This is the
yeah.
reality of schools, even in English medium schools. Teachers, they don't force their kids to. Don't make it compulsory to speak English language, and that's why even though so many kids and so many.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon, sister. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic after meeting you. After seeing you, I'm over the moon. I'm very excited.
Yeah, I'm also doing amazing, and just because of my sister-in-law's marriage is around the corner, and this is the harvesting time, so I'm totally busy doing all those work. But yeah, meanwhile I try to steal some time and do conversation videos. And first of all, I would say thanks for having this much patience.
Yeah, you deserve it because I think that you are a big YouTuber and I just salute your work that you are very hardworking person and you still make time for small YouTuber as well. I really appreciate
And
it.
that's why even what happens nowadays, because now summer season has already started. So in this time, windstorm are normal, and even if you live in a village, especially, so whenever something happens, whenever any damage happens with the wire or anything, then still you have to live throughout your days. Even sometimes, what happened last night? What happened when I messaged you after that in the evening? Then the rain happened, and there was power cut. It was not kind of power cut, there was some issues, and then the issues were fixed last night, midnight around 2 a.m. So yesterday throughout the day I spent my day without my phone. I didn't use my phone. I just had two conversation early in the morning. That's it I could do. But apart from that, even I couldn't post videos on my channel. So sometimes we have to just go with the time, and we, because
Mm,
I can't
exactly.
make
We
any
have to
excuses.
accept the situation,
Hmm.
circumstances, right?
And
I understand this problem.
recently I also got a Wi-Fi connection, but still there's no use of having Wi-Fi connection, because if there's no electricity, so definitely it's not going to work without
Mm,
electricity.
yeah, you're right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But still, you are managing. That's really nice.
Yeah, so life is all about handling everything. Yes, we
Mm,
need to have that
I watch your
patience. And
videos.
sometimes I too lose my patience. And then I regret a lot in my life. And sometimes when children, they try to make noise. So I always find it so much irritating for me. So sometimes I don't feel like talking to anyone. Even I don't talk to my family relatives, not anyone. So I just sit alone, because I love only my
You
I would
love your
say
company.
my company. I'm kind of a lone person.
Mm, it's nice. That's nice quality you have. You don't need to feel good. You are enough in yourself.
Even I'm kind
Okay,
of
it's great.
person who don't love, especially because I have learned all the things, and I got to know about all the things that what is important for me to grow myself. But in villages, mostly you would find only ladies, they are busy gossiping and doing backbiting. So I hate this thing. Rather
I
than
really hate
spending
this
time
thing.
with kids,
I
I
hate
love
this
to
thing,
spend
gossiping
my
and
time.
backbiting.
Yeah. So instead of spending time with them, I prefer to spend my time only with the kids. All the kids, all the kids are there in my all the families. So I just call all of them and spend time with them. So it makes me so much nice, but at the same time, I also feel irritating this thing.
Mm, yeah. But I don't like gossiping. When women start to go gossiping,
Yes,
backbiting, it's
same,
like
same,
pointless.
same
We
here.
are just killing our time, right? We are not
Yeah.
doing any productive thing. We are just talking about someone bad and abusing them. It's not good, I think.
Yeah,
completely
definitely it's
just
not
giving
good.
time.
But the person who's totally uneducated person, okay, so how can you make them understand that don't waste your time, do something for you? This is the way they have been nurtured, and this is the way they have been living for a very long time, so still they are going to live their life in the same way. We can't leave an impact on their life just by saying 2 lines or 3 lines. So it's okay to just keep your message only to yourself and just be busy only with your work, because there is no use giving suggestion, especially to the villagers.
You are right. That's true. So I want your introduction. Would you like to introduce
Yeah, I
yourself?
think we are meeting for the very first time, so definitely we should start this conversation, wonderful conversation, with the introduction. So, as you already know, my name is Yashoda, and I was born in UP, but I hail from Punjab, and then currently I'm connecting to you from Uttar Pradesh, UP itself. And talking about my qualifications, so I have just done my schooling from Punjab board, and nowadays I'm a part-time YouTuber, full-time homemaker, and I'm a villager as well. So I also do some work related to farming. And then in my free time, hardly I get free time, but whenever I get free time, I love reading books and spending time in having conversation with my co-learners. That's all about me.
It's really nice, outstanding introduction from your side. Shall I introduce myself as well?
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you know, my name is Mantasha. I'm from UP and I have completed my post graduation in Urdu language. My hobbies, I love reading, speaking, and traveling. And I'm running YouTube channel, small YouTube channel. I just recently started. It's been like 6 months. Yeah.
Don't say it small channel. Channel means channel. It doesn't mean that you have a very few subscriber or a lot of subscribers, but channel means channel. It's okay. You don't have a very too many subscribers, but how many subscribers you are having on your channel? So at least you are leaving impact on their lives. This thing matters a lot. Even if we can help even a single person, still the same happiness you would find.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with you. That's true.
Yeah.
I am very inspired by your journey, and you are my inspiration to start create my channel. I really like the way you speak, your style of speaking, everything, and your hard work really inspired me.
I can relate this thing with my suffering period when especially when my husband had an accident. So at that time, my family, like my husband's parents and all the family members, they helped me to get through all the medication and everything. They managed everything. They managed the money, and even my husband was totally bedridden for 6 months. So I couldn't handle him alone. So they had me. So this is the reason, because whatever I am, just because of them. If my husband is alive, if he is with me, so because of them. So I can say I'm still in debt, and no matter how much things I'm going to give them, still I'll be only debt. So especially being a daughter-in-law, and more than that, being a human, it becomes my responsibility to give some time to my husband's family, as I already told you that now marriage, sister-in-law's marriage is around the corner. So being an eldest one among all the brothers and sisters, so it's my husband's responsibility to arrange everything for the marriage. So that's this is the biggest responsibility that currently we are having on our shoulder. And along with that, as we already have farm, so my husband is responsible for everything. So because it doesn't mean that I'm able to speak English, so I have to move on. Yeah, it's okay to move on, but spending some time with our family, it's also significant part of our life, because time flies very fast. We don't know what's going to happen. So if you have some nice bond with your family members, so life is all about ups and downs. And when problem will come again in my life, so definitely they will help me. So all in all, I would say, being a human, it is my responsibility to have a helping hand, not for only others, not only for others, but also for my family, because this is my first priority. And that's why whatever money I earn from YouTube or from my classes, I just give to my husband, because this is the particular reason because of which I started working on YouTube and I started learning this language. So I would say I can relate myself. I can totally feel connected. I always find myself as a grounded person, because especially whenever I wake up early in the morning around 4 a.m. and especially whenever I hear the chirping of birds and the peacock and the uh, crow and cuckoo. So I feel really very blessed that I am the blessed one who is living in this peace and calm and serene place.
Wow, it was really nice. You explained very well all the things. Yeah, I can understand your hard work, your efforts, and you are supporting not your family members or your husband as well. So it is very overwhelming and simultaneously very emotional that you've been through lots of problems, but you didn't give up. You're very inspiring. At the same time, you are motivating by your journey to all of them, to all of people.
Yeah, that's why, because my parents, especially my husband's parents, okay, they brought my husband up, and at that time I was not there. So all the problems which my in-laws have faced. So now after getting a point, yeah, especially after getting at that point where I can be independent, where I can help my family members. So definitely more than, because I'm a kind of person who is a kind-hearted person. So whenever someone asks even 50 rupees or 100 rupees, so more than myself, I give preference to them. And even the same kind of personality my husband also having. He's also very kind-hearted person, and that's why I'm not able to save money here. And therefore now I'm thinking about moving to the same place where I was living earlier, and it's only just 10 kilometers far away from village. I'll be helping from there, but at least that time I'll be able to manage my work, especially, and I'll be able to give too much time for my work that I'm not able to give here.
It's great to hear that. So what about the ear problem? Have you solved that problem? You had
Still,
that
it's there.
problem.
2 months I took medicines, but those medicines didn't work. But yeah, I have mentioned this thing. Now I have started waking up early in the morning and I do yoga meditation. So this thing has helped me a lot. And earlier I was thinking I am suffering from tinnitus problem. So it means I'll never be able to hear others. But it was just my misconception. When I started having conversation, I took it as a challenge, and now I'm comfortable. But whenever a train passes, then becomes difficult for me to understand, because my village and my house is situated by the side of the railway track.
Yeah, I can understand this problem. But you are doing fabulous.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So
I heard that you are a fan of Sandeep Maheshwari, right? Sandeep Maheshwari.
I couldn't
You are
get you,
fan.
but
I said that you are fan of Sandeep Maheshwari, isn't it? Sandeep Maheshwari, you are fan.
एक मिनट,
Did you
ट्रेन
hear
जा रही
me?
है, ट्रेन जा रही है.
Okay.
Actually, this is my
Okay. So
problem.
like,
I'm suffering from this problem. There is no doubt.
yeah, I
But
understand.
still, I'm just trying to manage,
Mm.
because life is all
Yeah,
about
yeah.
managing.
You are right. I'm saying you are fan of Sandeep Maheshwari. Sandeep
Yeah,
Maheshwari,
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
motivated. Yeah.
I think he's the one because of which I started my channel and I'm here at this point. I watched his videos in initial days of when I started learning about YouTube. Because after watching his video, then I got to know about YouTube. And earlier I was thinking that we have to go somewhere to create a channel. I was thinking like this. But no, it's not that much easy. It's just a piece of cake. We just need to have a commitment for doing anything, then everything will be become easier for us.
You're right. Same here. I also like Sandeep Maheshwari. The speech, everything, whatever he speaks, I like him to
And
listen.
his one line I like a lot. आसान है, आसान है.
Hmm.
And I'm also
Yeah,
dreaming about
very inspiring.
meeting at least once in my life. Sandeep Maheshwari sir, let's see what will happen.
Yeah, yeah, definitely it will come true. I can see
Yeah,
that you are it's
I'm
your
just having
desire.
faith.
Yeah, you're very excited for that. Okay, so do you have any question for me?
Actually, I'm not prepared, but I would say just tell me because you are kind of a teacher. I think you're a teacher.
Yeah, you can say. I just teach primary students, not
Okay.
adults.
So how do you manage, especially when it comes to teaching to the kids? So how do you find this task? It is challenging, or you are
Actually,
just enjoying
it's
your
very
this?
challenging. It's very challenging. Although I have experience of 2 years, I have teach, I have taught in 2 years in school, but I also take the coaching. But it's very challenging for me because as an elder girl at home, so I have all the responsibility to house chores, everything, and I'm also learning English. And I recently I started YouTube channel, so all the things like just accomplishing it, it's very hard for me. And most like teaching children, like it's like very tedious for me, I would say. That's why
Hmm.
I'm thinking to left, and I'm thinking to start to teach online. I want to shift online only.
I think you are really good at English, so you can start online teaching. You just start teaching online classes, especially for the English classes. Students who really want to learn this language, you can really help them.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I have
Yeah, because
planned to
you are
do this
really good
thing.
at English because I have also watched so many of your videos, and especially with Rajni Verma and so many. And from there, I got to know you are really at more than intermediate level. So definitely share your insights, whatever you are having, share your knowledge with others. Because sharing our knowledge with others, it also gives us a kind of satisfaction because it's also a way to help others. Yeah, it's okay. We take money from them, but knowledge is more than so far from money. We can spend money within a
Exactly.
second, but we can't waste our knowledge. We will be just using that knowledge again and again, again and again.
You're right. That's true. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I also like to teaching. That's why I started. Why I started because I like a person. He is a very good speaker in English. That's why I joined that school. I joined that school, but I didn't I wasn't that much excited, but I got the opportunity to talk to him in English as well. But when it came to teach children, then I couldn't teach them. I was like teaching, but it was very like burden on my shoulder. Like we have to listen everybody, we have to listen parents as well. Even children are little bit naughty, right? So I lose my two.
Specifically, specifically when we are teaching in a private school, then it becomes so arduous task for us.
Very hectic. Yeah,
Yeah. Because when I was after completing my 12th, I also taught in a school for around 2 years. And then I found it really very hectic thing for me. And it's not my cup
yeah.
of tea.
Yeah, that same here. I lose my two, like I lose like myself. Like I became very weak, like really, by just teaching children. Everyone was not recognizing me. What happened to your look? Everything. Like I was not completely. When I used to come back, when I would come back at home, so my mom asked me that do this work, how chores work, and I didn't have that energy to do it. That's why I just left. I left the school. That was the reason. I couldn't manage it. But now in
Hmm.
private and all that was English medium school. So we have to take the interview, we have to like take meeting with parents, all the things. And every month we have to take what do we say test of students, children. So there was lots of work, abundance of work there. So I
I
couldn't
think
do that.
in private school nowadays there are so many rules. When we were in a school days, that at that time there were not so many rules, but nowadays the management they create so many tasks for the teacher especially. So
Exactly. That was
especially
the
I think
reason.
you teach in a CBSE board school.
You taught CBSE school?
No, I'm just asking, are you teaching in a English medium school or Hindi medium school?
Yeah, I taught in English medium, CBSE.
English medium. So definitely,
Yeah.
you would get that environment to speak English.
Yeah, I got, but no, not everyone was speaking. Only I was very enthusiastic to speak, very excited.
I think this is the
Everyone was,
reality. This is the
yeah.
reality of schools. Even in English medium schools, teachers they don't force their kids to. They don't make it compulsory to speak English language, and that's why even though so many kids and so many like people like you and I who have who has done their studies from English medium school, still they are suffering a lot when it comes to having conversation. They suffer a lot.
Exactly. That's true. But now the student was very naughty, and parents' expectation was too much from teacher. That was the reason that I didn't like to teach there. It was very overwhelming, was like hectic, and I had lots of work there. And that's why I couldn't focus on my own study, on myself, on improvements. That's why I thought that first I need to improve myself. I have to work on myself as well. It's
I can
equally
understand.
important, right? While
I can
teaching.
understand. And I think as compared to work, we don't get that much payment at the end of the month.
Exactly. Sure, right. That's true.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
better go for online teaching. Online teaching, especially in this field, you would get so many things, and especially you would be able to do whatever you really want to do in your life. Online
mm,
teaching will open so many doors for you.
exactly. That's true. You're
Yeah.
right.
And even this thing, Rajni Verma, she has also mentioned that she has done her schooling and college from English medium. I think not college, but schooling from Navodaya school. And at that time, Navodaya, I think Navodaya means English medium school. And still,
Yeah.
she was scared of only English language. But when she started doing these things, so now you can see her level, and she is like just killing
Yeah. Great
just by
speaker.
her
Yeah.
expressions and by her performances.
Yeah. Yeah. She speaks very well.
Yeah.
And we should take our whole responsibility by ourselves. We shouldn't
Yes,
depend on everyone. And health is
absolutely.
very, very important. No matter what will you achieve, if you are not healthy, then you will not celebrate well all the achievements, I think. Health is very important, I think.
And I would
But
say you are also a YouTuber. So just feel about that you are the best and you are a great YouTuber. And when you, because I have found this thing that we can really manifest our dream. And whatever I have written, I have just worked on it and I got everything. So you can also dream about whatever you really want to do, get in your life, especially in your future life, and then Allah, God will definitely help you to achieve each and every dream of yours. Because
thank you
you are
so much.
really a very nice soul, I can say. I can feel that vibe, positive vibe.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And you too as well. I really like you.